As first-time mums, every new experience with our babies can be extremely daunting, especially when you just don't know what you're doing.
We've just got over the whole milk thing, now we're on to weaning, and we really don't know what we're doing at all. So we are lucky enough to be with the amazing Annabel Karmel, who's agreed to answer some of the questions that we have and that we know that you have as well.
One of the first questions we get quite a lot is, when is the best time to introduce protein?
That's a good question, because I think the commonest mistake that parents make is they give fruit and vegetables for too long, especially if you're weaning at 6 months, because at 6 months the iron a baby inherits from their mother starts to run out. So within the first week or so of weaning, you do need to introduce iron-rich foods like red meat or lentils. And the same goes for essential fatty acids, so something like oily fish is really important almost from the beginning of weaning, after you've introduced a few fruits and vegetables.
When is the best time to introduce peanuts and eggs and all the things that can potentially cause allergies?
Well, the new research shows that the earlier you introduce potentially allergenic foods like peanut butter or eggs, actually the less likely it is that your child will have an allergy. This is completely different to how it was before, where pregnant women were told not to eat peanuts.
Yeah.
And it's actually because in Israel, where there was a snack called bamba, which is made out of ground peanuts, they noticed that very few children actually had a peanut allergy.
Right.
So try and introduce peanut butter from 6 months, definitely give eggs from 6 months. And generally speaking, if they're going to have an allergy, it will happen almost immediately after eating that food. It would be different if your child has severe eczema, because children with severe eczema tend to also have allergies, or there's a history of allergy in the family, in which case I would consult your doctor. But for a normal baby, try and introduce all these foods quite early on, definitely from 6 months.
So maybe if you have allergies, go to the doctor first.
That's what I did, because
Yeah.
Delilah has bad eczema, so I had to go and get her allergy tested at first, but luckily she's not allergic to anything. But I gave her bamba, peanut butter, as soon as I knew it was okay, and eggs.
It's almost like you're kind of desensitizing them to these foods by giving them early, so it's contrary to how it used to be.
What are the best first foods to give? What foods would you recommend?
So low allergenic foods to begin with, so something like apple, pear. You probably want to start off with root vegetables, so things like carrot, sweet potato, butternut squash. They're rich in beta-carotene and they puree to a very smooth consistency, which is good for very young babies. And they're less likely to cause an allergy than almost any food. So those are good first fruits and vegetables. But you can also have no-cook fruits like mashed banana, mashed avocado, or mashed papaya, so you don't even need to cook for your baby, so it's really quite simple.
Yeah, I know that you've recently just released a book on baby-led weaning, so we are really interested in it. And we want to know sort of the pros and cons of baby-led weaning, and also doing it combined with traditional weaning.
So it's become quite popular, baby-led weaning, and it's really where the child, the baby, kind of takes the lead and feeds themselves. So it gives your baby control, they don't tend to overeat, and it helps to develop their hand-to-eye coordination. It works very well for babies who have quite good hand-to-eye coordination. If you're weaning your baby earlier, say at 5 months, or you have a premature baby, then I would say that baby-led weaning probably isn't the right route to go, because it's really important that they get the right nutrients, critical nutrients like iron, like essential fatty acids. So if a baby's hand-to-eye coordination is not good and they're not getting enough food, it could actually affect their development. So you're the judge as a mum as whether your child is competent at feeding themselves. So sometimes it's good to combine the two, like traditional weaning, where I've always given finger foods almost from the word, at the very beginning, and also baby puree, so then you kind of know your baby's getting the right nutrients. So it's kind of a safety net, and a lot of health professionals like the combination of finger food and purees. But I've written my baby-led weaning recipe book, and of course the Complete Baby and Toddler Meal Planner, which is the first book I ever wrote, which is the Bible now.
My sister used it, and her child's 10 now.
Really?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Actually, you know what's nice is that mothers who have children who are weaned on that book and now having their own children.
Yeah.
So they're using the book that they had the recipes from when they were babies. So it's skipped a generation. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's nice. When it comes to baby-led weaning, obviously a lot of people get worried about the size of the food, size of finger foods. So what would you recommend? What's a good size for baby-led weaning?
It's interesting because actually people cut their food up quite small.
Yeah.
Actually babies hold food in their fist.
Okay.
So they haven't got that pencil grip yet. So actually the food has to be quite big because they're holding, most of it gets hidden under their hand. So I would say about 5 centimetres and like about that wide. Also some foods I wouldn't peel because they become very slippery. So things like pear or peach, I leave some of the peel on. They can manage with that. they've got quite strong gums even before they've got
Dad
teeth.
slips everything out of his hand.
And
Just
just
like,
Yeah, exactly. And even banana, what you can do is cut the banana in half, cut it from the skin, and let them hold it from the skin.
What about cucumber?
Well, cucumbers later. You see, I think you need melt in the mouth texture to begin with, so your baby doesn't choke, even if they were to bite off a bit, it kind of dissolves. So steamed carrots, or maybe roasted sweet potato in the oven, or pieces of pear, peach, all those are really good, or banana. And then once your baby kind of copes with like harder textures, then you can give raw carrot and cucumber. But you should never leave a baby alone. No. You know, my children, like, they would store food up in their mouths 20 minutes after they'd eaten. They'd still have it in their mouths. So you have to be careful.
Yeah, I have to make sure that's what Delilah does. She will keep it in like her cheeks.
Yeah.
And I'll think, oh, she's finished. And I'll
yeah,
have more. And I'm like, oh no, she hasn't finished.
She spits it all out.
She's up the block.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have to wait till they've got teeth. They can actually chew on things with their gums, because their teeth are just below their gums. So they're quite strong. You're surprised what they can get through.
A lot of the time, we're running around like headless chickens. Baby's crying, we're sweaty messes, and we go to the fridge and we're like, oh no,
we have nothing.
I don't have anything. What are really quick, easy recipes for baby food that don't take a lot of thought that mums can do when they're just running off energy?
Well, I invented this weird combination, which is very popular. It's in the Complete Parental Meal Planner, of mashed avocado and banana.
Right.
Because actually, low fat, high fibre is completely wrong for babies. What they need is more fat proportionately to their size than adults, because they're growing so rapidly. So they need nutrient-dense food. So avocado is one of the most nutrient-dense fruits, and banana is good. So the combination of banana and avocado is very good for babies. And the other thing that's very good for babies that people often steer away from is eggs. And now you can give lightly cooked eggs. Now they're safe, provided they've got that lion stamp on them. So scrambled eggs. Most people have eggs in their kitchen. I do scrambled eggs with a bit of tomato and cheese in them, or just scrambled eggs. And babies love them. And they're so quick, so simple, cheap.
Yeah.
And honestly, eggs are a powerhouse of nutrients. They've got everything in them, iron, vitamins. They're a great food.
Perfect. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's great to meet you.
You too.